What's up, guys? Mr. No Hoops back to another video, and today we are talking about the red hot Minnesota Timberwolves as I'm recording this on November 20th. Still the top of the West. And one thing you also have to be sure of is to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get to 600 by the end of November. Ambitious, but you know, gotta be. But now, guys, we want to talk about the red hot Minnesota Timberwolves. And when I'm recording this video, they're, I think, second in defensive rating. Very well, doing very well in points allowed. About middle of the pack in offense, but I mean, you're getting what you need from your guys. So let's go ahead and get into why this team, I think, is taking that next step. And I think one of the reasons we all have taken more looking into the Timberwolves is because they've actually started right. Normally, the last 2 to 3 years of this Anthony Edwards sort of run, I guess, for the Timberwolves, if we want to term it like that, they've always started off slow. Shout out to my boys, Josh and Jet, from the Discord. Don't forget to join that in the description. We've always talked about that. So let's get into one of the biggest reasons I think this team's taking the next step, and that's because Anthony Edwards is taking responsibility as a playmaker. So get into it. Coming up here with this first clip, we're going to see Ant get the ball, right? He's going to take the attempt. Pressure. Drew at this point is committed because you also have Jaylen Brown. Pritchard basically gets shoved off, by the way. As if Ant had 99 strength and 2K. Leaving a wide open Jaden McDaniels in the corner for 3 to get the shot off. Again, huge possessions from Ant. Look at this again. We get Ant in the corner, right? You got McDaniels here. So this is the other thing. Tatum's basically ball watching at this point. Understandably so to some extent, because you have someone like Porzingis on Anthony Edwards who's going to have a speed advantage, have that athletic advantage on him. So he's going to try and take advantage of that matchup. So he goes, fakes it, and that's when he has the opportunity. And that's when it's over. Because Tatum, and again, the whole team collapses. And Tatum has to stay in front of Gobert because Gobert's a good enough lob threat and rim threat as a whole. But again, first of all, nice move by Cat, if we want to recognize that as well, to do this little pick. Kind of make Brown have to take a little bit more time to even get a step in toward him. Easy 3 ball. Those are the kinds of plays I was talking about. Funny enough, the first video I ever did on the channel was about the Timberwolves. And I talked about how, to take the next step, Anthony Edwards had to take responsibility as the primary playmaker ball handler. And he has done that to an absolute T. Nothing short of excellent. So again, let's get another look. Ant's going to get ready right here, right? You got Jaylen Brown, you got J-Mac, right? Oh no, he tips it. But he gets the man, right? He's got Brown one-on-one. Drives in. That is some next level IQ, all right? Porzingis fully commits to try and help protect the rim. Because if you had just Al Horford there, there's a good chance that the ball's already up. At that point, it'd be a goaltend. You've only got a minute 44 left. You have to do the best thing available. But this is a beautiful pass to the wide open. Again, McDaniels for 3. It's when you need it, and you can't be upset about it. Again, just take a look, right? All the way over to McDaniels. Back to Gobert. Defenses collapse. Over to Edwards. Pumps. Clay, again, the team has to commit. Wide open Nickeil Alexander-Walker, top of the key. Too easy. And then, again, that's, I think, one of the biggest things is that since Ant has become that primary playmaker, he's become even more deadly of a threat on the court. You don't just have to be like, okay, he's just going to score, and he'll maybe pass it out, 2-3 times a game to get you a couple assists, but you're not really looking for all that. But now, he's become a very, very solid playmaker, and I think he can keep going. And I think that's one of the great things about getting him Mike Conley in that trade back towards the end of last year is that now Ant is with someone who knows how to play make at that higher level. And you can tell there's clearly an influence there. I don't think that that's just a coincidence in the change from D'Lo to Mike Conley on the play of Anthony Edwards. So again, now of course we need to talk about defense. We know good and damn well how this defense is doing this well. You got Rudy Gobert, right? And part of it also is I want to talk about the transition play. Again, we got Ant here. You got one-on-one with Wiggins. You get the pick from Gobert, right? Little separation. Again, McDaniels just left wide open on an island. It's the threat of Ant as a scorer. Let's just look at this one more time, right? He gets Wiggins, pumps, Wiggins commits, uses his little pivot to then jump, push ahead, because, again, Curry's trying his best to help Looney. Wide open McDaniels in the corner. By the time Steph's there, it's too late. By the way, slow jumper. But he got there, right? Can't get mad at all that. Now I want to talk about the defense. My apologies. Messed up the clips. So coming up here against the Spurs, right? We're going to get the balls at Collins. Paying attention, right? Sohan, who, by the way, should not be their point guard. Beautiful lane defense. Hey, if you guys ever play 2K in this current 2K, lockdown right here, bro. He baited this pass. His arm is already out. His arm's out. He knows what's going to happen next. So he cuts it off, starts a transition play. And that's the thing I think that's just so great about the team. And again, look, it's just the effort, right? And then J-Mac, again, you'd think this is an easy play, most teams, most nights. Okay, they get the ball back, sort of a messy offensive possession, but you move on. But no. Jaden McDaniel, he refuses to watch that happen. So he gets this ball, again, pushes for transition buckets. And that's the other thing I think that's so important, is that if this team is going to be a middle-of-the-pack offensive rating team, right, like middle-of-the-pack, I haven't done enough research on their half-court sets yet, but if they're going to be in that middle of the pack, you need to force turnovers, which, being the number 2 defense, at least while I'm recording this, that is for sure going to help. So again, let's keep looking. And of course, we have to acknowledge Rudy Gobert. Beautiful block. Like, he read this like a book. You can't ask for more. He uses, and that's the one thing I thought was so interesting when I was watching this clip, is the use of the step, like, backwards to keep up with the shot, that I think is so great. And again, gets the ball right, has to go up, try to create something. But this is the other thing I love. It's that willingness to attack at the perimeter that we're starting to see from Rudy. And I think this is because Chris Finch really likes the idea of getting one of the 2 bigs to help kind of just really double team and attack ball handlers. Again, we're going to see that in a little bit. So you get Cat here, right? On Sarge. You got Wiggins trying to post up. Right into Rudy. And moments like that are where we get Rudy Gobert at his best. And that's the reason I think the defensive personnel of this team is actually a little bit better than we might have thought. And it's kind of interesting because even Cat, on the on-off numbers, the defense is still really good with him on the floor. Again, I don't think Cat's improved to some masterclass defender. But I think we're seeing the competency. We're starting to see it all sort of gel together, which I think is really good for this Minnesota team. You get the block and start pushing transition. You're going. Again, push. Chris Paul gets by you. This is what I love, though. Rudy's willingness to not just go, well, I'm supposed to be the paint guy, and gets out there to get a piece of it before that shot gets all the way through. That is what makes this team so great. It's because you get moments like this, and we're actually going to see another one, I believe, come up here. So look, so you're going to get this screen, right? Cat commits to the hard double. They're going over the screen. They're fighting to double and to contain as much as you possibly can. And then get the ball out to Wiggins. Conley still has the ball. You start pushing in transition. And then the last thing I sort of want to talk about is obviously Ant as a scorer, and where I think he could become even better, because obviously he's still a good scorer, great scorer in this league, but I think he could take it to the next notch. There's always room for improvement, unless you're someone like LeBron or Michael Jordan at that point. Even they had some things they could have improved on. So you're going to get the curl here from Ant, right? He gets BI one-on-one. And this is what I love too, by the way. It's all the big actions they can get now. So let's just take a look again. Analyze it a little bit, step by step. Right? So you're going to slow it down. Boom. You get a screen from McDaniels immediately off rip. Going to try and attack with the curl. Right? Conley goes, all right, you can take it for now. And then what else do we see? Okay. Screen. Staggered screen almost to get Ingram to have to fight through it. Down to Cat. Right back to Ant. Too much separation. Nice midi. Those are the buckets you love to see if you're the Timberwolves. Something great for Ant. This is a good read, by the way. Right over to Cat. Right. Fight. And this is where I also think, again, Cat, we're starting to see him at his best. And I talked about this in my video a year ago. Cat is a actually good playmaker. I just don't think he's good enough to be your primary or, first option playmaker. But moments like this are why you want him as your second, playmaking option. He can make good reads at the right moments. And that's just a good read. That's a good make. Those are easier buckets for Ant. He doesn't have to do as much ISO. Again, you're going to get that little screen off of Rudy. And again, the off-ball action. Boom, to Ant. Right back to Conley. But now, moments like this, right? Just get this Rudy screen one last time. Now, they double here, right? They go over. They say, we're committing to you. This is a shot where I'm like, you got 6 seconds left, so I'm not totally mad. But at that point, right, like Brandon Ingram sort of committed to watching the ball. He's not even looking at Cat. Kick it over. You kick it to Cat, you for sure have that opportunity to kick it to Conley one last time. Again, low shot clock, can't get too mad about it. But you want every chance you can, especially late in the ball game. McDaniels gets the ball up to Ant again. He does his little ISO. This is, I'm sorry. It's funny talking again with my buddies, Josh especially, Minnesota fan. Every time we see him or Ant or Cat put up a shot like this, we always go, oh no. Because it's just, why don't you wait? Let the offense set up, because you're just giving away possession here for nothing. So I think he still kind of has to get that hump in terms of stuff like that. But man, guys, this team, I think, is a solid. Right now, I do think they're probably going to end up in the playoffs, most likely. I think they'll cool off a little bit. I don't know if they'll stay the 1 seed. This team could get out the first round. I don't know if they'll go deeper than the second round, but they could get out the first round. And at that point, right now, I don't think you trade anybody. I know the whole idea is you're going to trade Cat, right? But if it's looking like this right now, and you still are really good defensively, the offense is starting to get the click, don't touch anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let it play itself out. Now, next offseason, right, if you do get out the first round, Cat looks good when you get out the first round. Get ready to get traded. I'm cool with that. But if you're the Timberwolves, stay pat. As always, guys, this is Answer Knows Hoops. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. What do you think of the Timberwolves? Are they really like this? Are they going to be this all season? Are they going to cool off? What do you guys think down below? As always, this is Answer Knows Hoops, guys. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.